LED light expert here. We are showing you a corn light install today. We get a lot of questions with people looking into corn bulbs, which corn bulbs to use, how to do the install, what's the best options for what they're doing as far as crossing over from a different bulb. So we did this video to help you out, figure out everything you need to do, and give you a good insight into what it takes to do the install, go over the ballast bypass, and the kind of things that you'd go over. So you're going to see a lot of footage here. We're going to show you some before and after. We're going to show you some install videos and go over the process for you. So if you're wondering why we're here on a mini golf course, a local mini golf course decided to get some of our lights and try them out. So they did a great job for us putting a few of them up so you can really see the difference. So we're getting some shots now so you can see the before and after. So we've got some 250 watt HPS, the orange bulbs that you're going to see in here in the video. And then we've got our 80 watt LED post top light, one of the different forms of the corn bulbs that we carry, going up in place of that. So you're seeing a 170 drop in wattage, nice big change in power, what you're saving making the switch over to the LEDs, and we've got a much brighter light which we're going to show you as this video progresses. Here we're going to go over the steps to put an LED corn bulb in and bypass a ballast. First step, something you always want to make sure you do, kill the power to the fixture, socket, anything. Make sure you have no power, cut the breakers, whatever you need to do. Next is making sure you're safe. You've got a lift, scaffold, ladder, anything to get to that light. Make sure that's good and safe so that you can do your work safely at the height you're at. The next step is to remove the old metal halide or HPS bulb or whatever it is that you're taking out. Remember, these are glass. If you've had them on and there's some temperature to them, they could be fairly hot and they can break very easily. So be careful when removing the old bulb. Next is to locate the ballast in the old fixture. Typically they are behind the reflector, so you may have to move the reflector to get access to it. So make sure you find out where that ballast is and get yourself access to it. It's real simple. You're taking the power input that's coming to that fixture and you're going to run it straight to the socket. You can see our friend Dennis here is cutting the wires that are going to the ballast, and then he's connecting them directly to the new wire nuts that go directly to the socket. In most cases, there's no need to even remove the actual ballast from the fixture as long as you bypass it electronically. Alright, we wanted to show you real quick about doing the ballast bypass since it's a little tough to see in the video, showing the install of the bulbs. We've got a Cobra headlamp here. Real simple, power's coming in, going into the photocell. A lot of lights aren't going to have the photocell. You're just taking that power, instead of going through the ballast here, you're going to cut the wires going to the ballast, cut the wires coming out of the ballast, and run directly to the socket. Get the ballast out of there. You can leave the ballast in the fixture, doesn't really matter as long as your power is bypassed. Once you get it out, it's as simple as, we made that real easy on the unscrew there, simple as popping in another bulb, screw it into place, and you're good to go. Now it's time to start reversing all your steps and putting the light back together. First, you're going to put that reflector back in place once the ballast has been bypassed. If you didn't need to move the reflector because the ballast is in its own box, you can skip this part. And at last, we are to the final step. Simply install that new LED bulb into the fixture with a bypass ballast. Close everything up so it's back to the way you need it, and go turn on the power. Test everything out, make sure your light's on, all the wiring was done properly, everything's working correct, and you are all set. One of the things we really wanted to reinforce is that make sure you're getting quality products. That's what we sell. Not every corn bulb is the same. You're going to find plenty out there that are not going to last. Making sure you're using quality components like Epistar, Osram, Sol, LumaLEDs, LEDs. We use a variety of the big name brand LEDs, so you know you've got quality LEDs. So you've got a product that's going to last a long time and solidly manufactured, so that we've got a product you don't have to worry about. We're the ones doing your customer service. We're the ones that are here for you if you've got any problems. So if you have anything that comes up, you are always welcome to give us a call. That's what our customer service is for. We've got a 5-year warranty backing all of our parts. So if you've got any problems, we are here to help. We're the ones that are going to answer for it. You've got US customer support to make sure you're taken care of and you're not going to have any trouble on the phones. Right, so a couple of things we wanted to point out for you is the different kinds of bulbs that we have. So in this case, for these post-top lights that we're replacing here, they tried some standard 360 corn bulbs, but they didn't fit in the fixtures. Here's the old 250 watt HPS bulb that was in these fixtures. They tried a standard corn bulb, more like this one right here. And once it was in the fixture, you can see a bit longer there. And this is a bit smaller than would be replacing this one right here, the old HPS. So size-wise, sometimes you can run into fitment issues. So making sure that you check to see how much room you have in the compartment to figure out what's gonna fit best. One of the big things we do is we carry a lot of different sizes, a lot of different styles with the corn bulbs, so that no matter what your fixture is that you're going into, we've got a bulb that's going to work for you. So in the case of this install here, the best option ended up being the post-top light, which, as you can see here, we've got the socket on the bottom. The light is all directional coming out of the cone on the top. The socket is actually reversible on these, so you can put the socket on either side or put an E26 or E39 on here. In this case, because these are mounted upside down, we're hanging. This, you can see, plenty of room. There was a lot of room diameter-wise in the fixture, so no problem that way. And we've got a bulb that's shorter than the old one, so there was plenty of room to go from these old 250 HPS bulbs to the new 80 watt LED bulbs. All right, one of the things that we wanted to go over with you is the different needs of the different lighting. Right here on the golf course, they wanted enough light to see, but not enough to ruin the ambiance. As we looked around, you've seen some of the shots, the old HPS 250 watts. It's pretty dim around those lights. They're really just not providing enough light. I actually did some golfing here previously and even noted that it seemed like they could use some more light. Thankfully, they did, and they got some more light for us. So we're going to show you the difference. We've got these 80 watts in here. We're not going super bright. It's not amazingly, blasting us with light because you want it to be comfortable. They're also in a neighborhood that doesn't allow too much light bleeding off into local areas, so they can't go overboard. So making sure you have the right light used with the proper fixture to make sure that you've got that light going where you want and getting the right wattage to get the lights where you want them. So we've got the handy light meter here to measure the lux. Right now with this about 3-4 feet off the ground, these poles I believe are about 20 feet tall. We're reading right about 50 lux, so about 5 foot candles. We are going to see a difference when we do the same thing, move into those HPS lights. It looked earlier to be about 4 times as bright with something that is 1/3 the power. So there's the huge difference in why you want to go with LED. The savings are just tremendous compared to any of the old formats of bulbs. All right, now we're going to show you the old HPS bulbs. So we've got a 250 watt HPS in the fixture above us here. About the same height off the ground. We've got about a 20-foot pole here with the meter at about 3 to 4 feet off the ground. Not sure how well you're going to be able to see it here with the lighting because it's not very bright with this light, but we're down at about 20 lux, 19-20 lux, so right around 2 foot candles versus the 5 foot candles. So we did see a significant jump with the 80 watt LED versus the 250 HPS. All right, so it is so dark at this light. We had to add some additional light just so you can see the readings on the meter. So we're again under the same light, a little bit lower with the actual sensor, but we're still right around 18, 19 lux on the meter. So about the same we were reading a foot or two higher. So not really a whole lot of difference, but not a lot of light coming out of these. So you can really see the difference between these old HPS and going to the new LEDs. All right, we wanted to show you a few of the different styles that we have here. We have over 300 SKUs of different bulb styles for corn bulbs. So there's a lot of different options depending on what you're looking for. The 2 main things that you want to do anytime you're doing a corn bulb conversion: number 1, you're going to bypass that ballast. Number 2, you need to measure the compartment to make sure you're getting a bulb that's going to fit in there. A few of the options, we've got the old HPS that we're doing at this install here. Here's our post top lights. Cone style, really great for a lot of post top lights, bollards, things like that. These directional light that points out really helps in a lot of cases, and it's a much smaller bulb that'll fit in a lot of places that you won't be able to fit another bulb. We've also got your standard corn bulb style here. 360 degrees, we've got LEDs going out in all directions, great replacement for any standard bulb. We've got some high bay. This is our Pegasus high bay lights. These are fantastic for high bays. You get this in an open fixture, directional light, you get plenty of light on the ground. We also have our 180 degree, often called paddle bulbs, here to show you. These are great in shoebox fixtures, anything where you're mounting in a horizontal position. They are a good size smaller a lot of times than the comparable 360 degree bulb, but the great advantage with these is that if your fixture is too small because the reflector's getting in the way, because these are directional bulbs, you won't need a reflector. You can get that reflector out of there, give yourself plenty of room, so then you've got room for whatever bulb you need to put in there. Just getting you another angle here, showing off the lights. You got a really good angle right here, seeing quite a few of the lights with the new LEDs in them. So you can really see how much brighter. We can see what's going on. Not too much light to where it ruins the soft, relaxed setting of the mini golf course. But we do have plenty of light to be able to see what you're doing. Somebody out here that's doing some putt-putt golf is gonna have no problem seeing where they're trying to put that ball. All right, we wanted to thank the crew here at the Del Mar Pele's Golf Center, right across the street from the Del Mar Fairgrounds, that have done the install on all of our bulbs here in their mini golf section. Come on down, fantastic place for the family, mini golf. There's a driving range, a lot of stuff to do around here, so bring down the family and come take a look at our lights while you're at it. Lastly, what we really wanted to go over was just to let you know that we are here to help, LED Light Expert. If you have any questions, please give our experts a call. We are happy to help with light planning, help you figure out what the best light's going to be for your install, go over the different options with corn bulbs. You know, we're showing here, we went from this 250 watt HPS to a post-top corn bulb that was only 80 watts. So you're saving about 2/3 on the power use, making the switch from an HPS or a metal halide over to an LED. So you're getting big savings. It's a simple job like we just showed you as far as the install on the bulbs. And we're here to help if you have any questions. So always feel free, give us a call at 800-674-9420, or you can check out our website, www.ledlightexpert.com, and you can also email us at sales@ledlightexpert.com.